Hi everyone, Pamela Dale from rizeonline.biz, and this is the Funnelspirations Show, episode number 2. Let's get started. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about the hero funnel. Why the hero funnel? Well, the hero funnel is really exciting for a couple of reasons. As you know, we're huge fans around here of Clickfunnels, and the hero funnel is one of the first that Russell Brunson suggests that you build. There's a couple of different reasons for it. When you're first new into Clickfunnels, perhaps knowing what to offer and what you're going to sell inside of Clickfunnels can be it's going to take some time for you to figure that out, right? At least that's what we found. So one of the most beautiful things about Clickfunnels is that it forces you to build a functioning business, because it's going to force you to stop and think about, how do people enter your business? How do you follow up with your business? What are you offering? Who are you offering it to? Etc. What do they really want? What will they buy? What will they exchange an email address for, etc. So the hero funnel will allow you to jump in first into the Clickfunnels editor and build out a hero funnel. Well, what is a hero funnel? Well, it showcases you as the entrepreneur, your story, and it builds a list of followers while you do so. If I see one more funnel for a dentist or anyone really that's selling something, wants to exchange value for an email address, an offer of some kind to get them into their funnel, and all they're talking about is the dentist and the dentist office and the dentist staff and the map and how long they've been in business, I want to puke, because that's not how we do it anymore. In the fall of 2017, you can no longer market like it's 1999. Why? Because there's 5,000 other dentists. I don't have time to research you. I want to know what you can offer me now because I'm busy. So if I'm looking at you as a dentist, I don't care who you are, especially if I don't need a dentist right now. But if you've given me a really great offer and it talks to me, the next page you could tell me a little bit more about you. But right now, in an opt-in funnel, I want to know what you can give me. Why am I stopping? Why are you interrupting my day, right? What are you going to do for that? You've just interrupted me. So what are you going to do? So the best way to tell people about you and about what you're up to is the hero funnel. This is the funnel that you're going to use instead of a business card. Please stop printing those suckers. Get yourself a hero funnel. Tell people to go to blankblank.com, blankblank.biz, blankblank.me really fast. Write it on a notepad. Connect with them on Facebook. Link this funnel up. You need to tell people who you are. Absolutely, you need to do that. You need to open up, tell your story. I want to know, why are you a dentist? Why are you selling wine? Why are you XYZ? What is your business about? Tell me about you. Tell me about why I want to pay attention. Become vulnerable. Tell me your story, because there's 4,000 other providers of whatever service that you're offering. I want to know, why would I pay attention to you? And the hero funnel will allow you to build a list of followers while you're doing that, because there's going to be an opportunity for you to ask for an email address. But that's not your whole focus for this funnel. It's simply to educate people about who you are and what you're up to. Today online, it's all about know, like, and trust, right? I want to know who you are for a spell before I give you my email address, unless it's really valuable, but I want to know you. I want to know what you're up to. And then I want you to be there when I need you, because of course I'm not paying attention to the billboards anymore. And I'm certainly not, shuffling through all those flyers to try to find that dentist offer. Like, it's just not happening. So the hero funnel is one way for you to get in front of people, tell your story, and then be able to follow up with them. So let's take a look at what a hero funnel structure looks like inside of Clickfunnels. Well, first we're going to start with an opt-in. We're going to have next a pop-up or a click pop page, and then we're going to have a thank you page. Very simple funnel to build. Very similar to an opt-in funnel with a two-step opt-in or an opt-in Thank you. Very similar. But to this one, we're going to lay it out just a little bit differently on the pages, but the pages themselves are very, very similar. Let's take a look. To complete a funnel, you also have to have traffic on the front end, and you need to have a follow-up system. So we are talking about the hero funnel today, but know that you're going to send different traffic to the front end of it, and you're going to always, always, always follow up, right? Like seriously, put down what you're doing and just listen for a second. 95% of the people, 95% of your business is going to come in this follow-up. 95% of the people don't need your service right now, but you've been introduced, you know each other a little bit now, you're going to follow up, and you're going to do so via email. Absolutely, you're going to do that. So who does a hero funnel work for? Well, let's take a look. An author, a speaker, a coach, or a consultant. Absolutely, absolutely. Why? Well, I would tell people my origin story. I would tell people, why am I a coach? Why would I ask you to join my list? What would be valuable about that for you, right? And then, of course, follow me on social media as well. That's one of the really big pieces of the hero funnel. Just tell people your story, ask them to join your list, and then follow on social media. Those are the pieces, that's the structure. E-commerce, another great place to use a hero funnel. If I was in e-commerce, I would tell people my story, ask them to join my list, and follow me on social media. And what about B2B? Well, same story. Now, I'm being a bit sarcastic with you here. Absolutely, right? I want to know your story. I want you to tell me about who you are. I want to tell you to tell me why it matters. I need to know that you're here and that you really care and that you're really good at what you do. So network or affiliate marketing, same thing, right? Same thing. The hero funnel is going to tell your story, not your opt-in funnel, not your sales page, not your course, none of that. It's all in the hero funnel. Professional services as well. Absolutely. Same thing. Tell your story, tell your story. And retail, brick and mortar businesses, absolutely. I want to know why you've been in business for 45 years and the location you're in and who started and who works there, and tell me about the people and if you got a dog, right? Like I want to know about your business because there's 14 furniture stores. It's not always about price, folks. It's not always about price. Tell me who you are and let me become familiar with you so that I can relate to you, become vulnerable so that I can peer inside and take a look around. That's going to be really, really important more and more and more online because we're inundated with so much information that I need to know you exist first of all, and then I need you to follow up with me and continue to keep telling me your story. So same thing. Tell me your story, tell me your story, tell me your story. So what I want to do now is let's jump into the editor, ClickFunnels editor. Let me show you around a hero funnel. Okay, perfect. Now inside of ClickFunnels, when you come to the dashboard, it's going to look pretty much like this. So what we want to do is we want to go over here to the left-hand side to ClickFunnels logo. And it's going to take us to this new dashboard that's inside of ClickFunnels that happened a couple of weeks ago. You want to build a new funnel. I suggest you go down here when you're really new, because what happens is you are given the opportunity to choose what type of a funnel would you like to build. They have laid it out for you, and we're going to choose a hero funnel. And here's why I suggest coming in this way instead of going up here, build a new funnel. Because if you're new, this really is going to help you. Couple of reasons. First of all, we know that the hero funnel is 2 pages. I'm going to show you why I have 3. And he tells you what pieces. And look at this. There is 8 free layouts, and then there are some paid layouts. Now remember, I'm not the designer decorator of this business. Almendra is. So when I'm doing this, I rely heavily on inspiration from other places. So this is really big for me to come in and take a look around. I can see all sorts of really cool stuff start to happen. Now, I chose this funnel today, and I loved it for the branding that we chose to build out for you today because I felt it suited what we're doing, and I'll show you it in a minute. But this is a 4-step funnel, and it is a hero funnel, but it is a 4-step funnel, but you really only need the 2 pages. Again, in ClickFunnels, you can start to go big pretty fast, but when you're just starting out with the hero funnel, you're not going to have a big offer. You're not going to have a lot of the copy or the wording. You're not going to have a lot of follow-up. It's going to take some time to kind of massage it and get it together. So I brought in this funnel and then I just played with it and made some changes. So let's jump into the editor. Let me show you what I built so far. So the hero funnel today, we're going to build out this brand, and this is Francesco R, and he's a personal trainer, and we got some inspiration. Almendra's made some amazing logos and some backgrounds and some colors and some fonts. Of course, we've chosen Google fonts because that's what's inside of ClickFunnels is Google fonts. So let's take a look at what we've got so far. So we've got Francesco, and I go on to some of these amazing freebie places to get images, and I found this really amazing couple of images of this guy. His name is Francesco. I put this together based on that layout, and I want to walk you through how I build a funnel, and I walk you through my thought process behind this funnel as well. Okay, so stay with me. Francesco, this is a hero funnel, so we want to tell a little bit of Francesco's story here on the front. You could absolutely do a video, you could write a blurb, and then what I thought would be really great is maybe we'll go after his Body Secrets newsletter. Maybe that's what he's got. And again, it's not a copy or an offer, webinar, or video. This is just the layout and the thought around a hero funnel. So stay with me. Know that I'm not a copywriter. This is a beautiful place. Beautiful. I love this funnel just because of the background and the images that we chose. So we've got the background image. That's how we've brought this in, and it looks just like this. And if you can see that there's a 2-column here, and we've made it just a little bit smaller on one side. You could absolutely move this over a little bit more. And this has got just a smidge of a transparency behind it. I don't know if you can see that really clearly. And that, of course, is going to be over here. If you can see, I roll my cursor up on the first column and the second column, and you can see these start to get highlighted. So that's where I'm going to see the background color, and I can make that just a little bit darker if I wanted to. And of course, we're going to continue to keep saving. And our social media is always going to pop out. You know what I do? I hit Y. I don't know why, just a Y, just to stop that thing from popping out for me. And I fix that SEO on all the pages at the end, just because I'm not quite sure always about. Well, first of all, I want to go in and I want to make sure that I grab an image off the opt-in, and it's not ready yet to take an image of, a screenshot of, so I always wait. So I've brought in the funnel. What would I do next? Well, I have a method to my madness. The way that I build funnels is very precise, and I do it exactly the same way all the time. So I've planned this funnel out ahead of time. I know I've got an opt-in, I know I've got the click pop or the pop-up, and I know I've got a thank you page. And I know that I need to clean up the URLs and get the proper URL on here. So of course, I'm going to go to the settings of the full funnel first, and I'm going to choose the domain that it needs to be under. So we're going to put this under rizefunnels.com, and the path on this one, I'm going to call it the hero funnel. Let's call it opt-in number 1. And you can call it whatever you like. I always copy this. I scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and I save and update the settings. The reason that you want to be very deliberate about what you're choosing for the path is because more than ever, the URLs are so important in ClickFunnels. And if you've had a page, hero funnel opt-in, and then you try to do hero funnel opt-in again, even if the page has been deleted, it won't let you, and it's going to add all this gobbledygook on the end. So we went to the settings tab. We're now going to go into the publishing, and we're going to paste what we just copied and keep it all the same. Next, we're going to go into the cog of that page, and we're going to change it here as well. And we're going to do that all the way through the funnel. Now, for some reason, this one didn't flip. So that tells me that I've done this before, and it could easily have done that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a 2. So let's copy that. Let's update that step. Perfect. Now it's popped in. So now I have to go back and change all of these. That one is there, and we'll come back here and we'll go to the cog and we'll do the exact same thing. There's a couple of reasons for this. Since ClickFunnels went through a domain change a couple of weeks ago, this cog has been more important than ever. Couple of reasons. If you go over here to your custom domains, and if you look under rizefunnels.com, what page do you want? If somebody types in rizefunnels.com, what page do you want them to go to? Well, you're going to select it here. And the page names that are coming in here are the cog. So if you haven't changed it and they all are funnels you brought in from someone else, or they've come in from the marketplace, all of these places, you're not going to, believe me, I've just about cried because I couldn't find it. So now we know it's called what? Hero something, right? We'll just find it. It'll be in here somewhere. But this is how you're going to be able to choose where I can't find it at the moment. I think it probably EFGH. No. Oh, well, can't find it. It's not that important, but just know that you're going to need to change it in the cog for that very reason. So I would then next go to the funnel and go to the second step and do the same thing. We're going to do that with the ClickPop. Let's go over here. We're going to call it ClickPop -2. You're always going to find I have just a bit of a challenge with spelling. So we're going to copy it. We're going to come over here. We're going to change this one. And we're going to continue throughout the funnel to do this. And then what I would absolutely do next is I would grab these URLs and I would put them in a spreadsheet. I'm going to do this for us. Let's continue this. And we're going to go over here. We're going to go here. So I always recommend that you have a spreadsheet for your funnel build. There's a couple of different reasons. I love to have the name of the funnel and what was the funnel page and what's the funnel URL, because you're going to find that you're going to pop them all around the place and you're going to want to know what they are. If you choose to shorten it, you want to know what that is. The conversion event, that's when we go into Facebook, and that's one of the reasons I like the funnel URLs in a spreadsheet, so that I've always got them quick. I don't have to keep going back and copy, and again and again and again. ESP form means my email service provider form and email service provider sequence. What did I put them under? And then what ad account did I grab my pixel from? Because we've got a couple of different ad accounts. So this keeps it all together. So the funnel page is going to be the opt-in. And then we've got the click pop. Maybe I'll just go like that for now. And then we've got the thank you. And let's go back and grab our URLs and make sure that we have, make sure that we've got them in the spreadsheet. I would continue to do that all the way through just to be sure that I've got them. Next, what I would do, always do the URLs first. It's so important. You don't want to forget them. Your funnel will not work. If I help clients with anything more than anything else, it's the URLs. My page isn't loading. It's not found, blah, 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 blah. And this is why. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make sure, like double, triple, make sure that my Facebook pixel is in here under the head tracking code on the top level of the funnel. And in my spreadsheet, I put the pixel here and I add it in as a comment so that I can grab it and I've got it here. And I don't need to keep going into Facebook and grabbing it again and again and again, because you're going to really be amazed at how many times you're going to need this pixel. It's going to overwhelm you. I promise you, if you do this for very long. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom and we're going to update that. And I would continue through the funnel and add it in the head tracking code of every page of your funnel as well. to be sure that it's there. And again, we're going to go and we're going to add custom conversions inside of Facebook because that's the way I like to do it, as opposed to putting it in the tracking code in the code itself on each page, whether it's a lead or a sale or a complete transaction, whatever it might be that you're tracking. So that's what I would do there. Next, what I would do is, I don't know if you noticed, but this is called the favicon up here. And right now it's a Clickfunnels favicon and I think it's ugly. So how would I fix that? Well, in the past, you used to have an ICO file and you had to have some software, and it was really not that easy to do. It's a little tiny piece of, a little tiny PNG file that's 16 by 16 pixels and blah, blah, blah. It just took a bit, but Clickfunnels is freaking amazing. I'll show you what I found recently. So we made a favicon for this funnel. This is it here. So I'm going to add this to the page right in here. Now, I'm not going to save it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this URL because that's my favicon URL. It's hosted. It needs to be hosted somewhere, and it's actually being hosted on Clickfunnels. So I can grab that and put it in the funnel at the top level. We're not going to save it because we want our logo back there. We're going to go back to the settings and we are actually going to add it in here. We are again going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, save it. And if I preview this page now, magically, we will have a favicon. Isn't that amazing? So looking good, looking good, looking good. Now, let's take a look at what the options are inside of a hero funnel. Again, you want it to be education. You want it to be, please, here's, just take a look. This is what we do. This is who we are. And if you like, you can certainly put in your name and email address if you'd like to follow more about our journey. You'd like to follow more about what we're up to. And again, remember, you're sharing who you are. So if you're telling your story really well, those that it resonates with, those that are going to be your peeps, right, are going to enter their name and follow you. And when the time comes they need your services, they'll probably buy from you. So you'll notice here we've got a button that says the button is not set. There's a couple of different things that you can do. We would probably either open the pop-up or we would go to the next step in the funnel. Now, if we open the pop-up, we haven't set the pop-up here yet. The reason that I chose to put it on the next page is for tracking. If you cannot track it and you cannot measure it in marketing, in business, you are nuts. There is no reason you should still be in business if you're not tracking and marking everything. It's like walking around with a leaky bucket. You don't know that you're losing money out the bottom. You haven't got a clue. So you could make a pop-up here and they click the button and it pops up. Or you could click the button, it would go to the next page of the funnel. I love to go to the next page of the funnel because I'm going to have the Facebook tracking pixel there and it's going to be able to tell me in Facebook under custom conversions who hit that page. A couple of reasons we want to know that. The first one being, if they hit the next page, they are more interested than if they just hit the X and hit the road, right? And they've taken an action by clicking a button. They're a little bit more committed. So Facebook's watching. Facebook knows who's done that and who hasn't. And you can go back to Facebook and you can say, you know what? Hello, Facebook. I'd love a million more people just like that. People that like to click on things, people that like to enter their name, people that would like to know more about this topic. Lowers your marketing costs, lowers your frustration, helps you find your audience, and you can sell better, learn more about what they want, and sell better. So it's powerful, powerful, powerful. So I wanted to show you one little thing that I love about pop-ups is that you can put a background image in a pop-up. And I love this image. So if we put this in the background of the pop-up and we put this backdrop, which means we're going to put it black, black, black. We're going to black it out and you're just going to be able to see the pop-up, right? Oh, this pop-up is so crazy. And then the background image is this. and we're going to fill it out. Now we don't have any pieces in here yet, so let's go one column, and you can start to see he's starting to build out. He's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. So this is just a fun little design, right? If you put the headline and a subheadline and you start to put a button, and then you put, and doesn't he look great, right? So you can start to see how beautiful this can really start to look. We can also put a border around. I like the full border. We'd probably go 3 pixels, and let's go with the blue. Looking good, looking good. So we can really start to play with this. And of course, we don't have our name field in. We absolutely would want that as well. And you can start to see the possibilities with it, and it looks really great. You could really put something that's really unique to your business that helps tell your story in the background of this as well. So it starting to build out. It's subtle. It looks really, really great. So we can save that. But I would like to, at this time, I would like to go with this being, let's go to the next step in the funnel. Let's do that. Now, one other thing that you've maybe noticed, I was on these little green things, right? Don't they drive you crazy? They drive me crazy. I'm on a guy's funnel today. Of course, I'm always looking around, right? And it was full of Grammarly stuff, the little dots and the greens and everything. And I was like, oh my God, that's so tacky. Here's the code that you need. I'm going to put this down below for you as well, but you're going to put this over here in custom CSS. You're going to paste it in. It says none Grammarly. We don't want you, get, and it's cleaned your funnel right up. The other thing that you'd really want to do is you'll notice down here, you're always, and I mean always, 100% always, going to need a privacy policy if you're coming off of Facebook. You'll want to go into your typography settings and build out your content font, which is Roboto on this one, and our headline font is going to be Abra. And we're going to change this back to Abra. It's just going to be a bit glitchy today. And you know what else I would probably, there it goes. Perfect. I knew it was. And then what else is going to be really cool is if you have ever noticed that you can't change that link color when you go to put in your privacy policy, etc., it's because you haven't changed it in the general or the typography settings. Really, really important to set that on each page as you go in. If you've brought in a share funnel, you're going to have to redo the fonts anyway because it's already going to be set. But if you add in new pieces, it's important to put them in over here. So this page is starting to shape up. Let's go make sure we save, and let's go over to our ClickPop. Now the ClickPop I really love as well. Let's take a look at the design that I've chosen. I've put a big background photo in again, and we have the very basic join our body secrets newsletter, just an email address, and click to sign up. So again, there's those little Grammarly things. So let's go in here and let's add that, and let's clean that up right away. Now let's take a look at the preview of this. I think it looks amazing, and it pops down. This is a very masculine page. I think it looks really great. We've got really square corners on it. You'll notice over here, we've got the Clickfunnels badge on. Well, we're going to want to take that off. And that, of course, is going to be over in our general tab. We're going to go hide, and we're going to click save. Now, let's take a look at this on mobile as well. Still looks really amazing. Sometimes background images don't show up really well on a mobile phone, on a mobile device. So this one looks pretty good. So always check if you've got an image that's a person or something, if it's not just texture, because it will look a little bit funny. So we've got this page as the ClickPop. This is where you're actually going to make sure that you have it integrated with your email service provider, and we do here as well, because this is the page that's going to grab that. And then this button absolutely has to say submits the page. It can't do anything else than that because it's got to grab that information. This is going to be huge. A lot of people, this button trips them up. Always submit. And then it's going to take us to the thank you page. Now here's where the hero funnel gets really exciting. On the first page, you're going to tell a bit of your story, offer them an opportunity to opt in if they want to. Then on the thank you page, what you can do is you can make a couple of offers if you like. They can be something really simple. They can be join our Facebook group, visit our website, give us a call, look at our social media. And in this case, I put over on the left-hand side, personal training and some nutrition. So social media icons down at the bottom, again, they're not, beautifully designed. They're just there to give you an idea. And I wanted to show you how I do build a funnel out really, really quickly. I need another button on the bottom as well. And I think I'm probably going to make this one black, and black is 000. There we go. And let's see if we make it full width if it's too big. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. And then I'm going to grab my design. I'm going to see what I like. I really like shadow. I'm a big shadow person. Yeah, that looks okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just duplicate it. I'll clone it, and then I'll bring this one down where it belongs, down here. And then I'll go in and I'll set the action. So this can go to another page in the same funnel, or in the same funnel, another page, or it could go to a different funnel, depending on what you'd like it to do. So you can really do a lot with this thank you page. You could change the structure and just turn it all upside down and backwards. But I wanted to show you one more little tip and trick that I use. This is not the right image. We use PicMonkey around here. And I thought for nutritional counseling, this is a really great image. Found it on one of the free sites, of course. First thing we want to do is we want to resize it. This is 5,000 by 3,000 pixels. Absolutely. If you brought this in, goodness. Take my breath away. Please resize your images. There's a couple of reasons why. The biggest being is that a large image takes a lot longer to load. And know right now that one of the things that Facebook has done has said, if your website loads, they haven't given us a time specifically, but we've heard that if it doesn't load in, statistics are saying that if you go from Facebook onto a web page and if it doesn't load in 4 seconds, a high percentage of people are bouncing, which means they're leaving. So you've paid for an ad to go to a site that's not loading and they're bouncing. So know what's Facebook doing? Facebook's not even going to send the traffic there because Facebook is worried about its consumer. His consumer is the one that's looking at your ads, not you. As an advertiser, it's the user experience of you and me when we're thinking about our parents and our children, right? That we're on to look around. And if I click through something and it doesn't load, I'm going to bounce. I know 3-4 seconds seems like a lot, right? The image size is a huge factor in that. So we're going to resize this. Now know that that image is maybe 300 by 200. We might even shrink it down to 200. So let's absolutely do it in here first in PicMonkey. Free site to do this in. It's really fast. And of course, we're going to go with our black and white and apply that as well. And then let's export it and save it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also show you a place, it's called Tiny PNG, to upload your images in. Once you've finalized your design, go in, delete all the ones that maybe you were playing with and testing and realized they didn't fit. Keep a folder on your computer where the final images are, and then upload them in here. Shrink them down, bring them into Clickfunnels, and have your page load beautifully, really fast. If you're spending the money on advertising or sending traffic of any kind, even if you're not spending money and you're just sending people, they're still going to bounce, even if they love you, girl. Like they really are, right? So let's go in and upload that image of the asparagus steak. That looked really good. And I do the same with the images. I duplicated the one above, put the settings in the way that I like it, then just change the image out after. And it moves faster all the time. It's always about building these funnels out as fast as you can. The more that you practice, the better. But more importantly, the more that you prep, the better. It's really going to make a difference as you build things out if you've got some of the work done on the other side. So looking pretty good. We can make these a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, depending on, again, the design. Just go 75 pixels. And to make this clickable, you're simply going to put your Instagram URL in here. So you'll go HTTPS, right? And you'll type in your Instagram profile. If you can spell like me, Instagram, right? rizeonline.biz. Oh, no, .biz. That's us. And now when you go to click on it, it will work. This image on click will take you. So that's how you're going to build those out. And you can put your privacy policy and things down again on the bottom. So that is the hero funnel in a nutshell. Simple. Showcase your story, ask them to take a small action, get their email address, follow up, and then build another funnel that's going to offer the freebie, and it's just getting their email address. And then on that thank you page, you can still offer more. But this one, you want to showcase your story on the front. You're the hero of your business. Take this, run with it, build it out. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to give us a holler. My name is Pamela Dale. I wish you an amazing day. Peace out.